So I think he was just getting to it.
So Kitty ate it.
It had onion powder on it. It could have fell out of the pan, but I think he did grab it out. Because I had already sliced that one itty bitty piece. I threw that one away.
What big thing?
8 or something.
Gentleman's Steakhouse. Bathroom is the entrance or gateway to hell. There are a few gateways to hell, I think, in Texas. I think one of them is in Halton City. I could be wrong. Fossil Creek. A place called Fossil Creek. There's one in Gambier, Ohio, I believe. There's also a place called Arkin in Gambier. There's a few gateways. It just depends on how you feel you can get there. You already got the door open. Shh. Oh, look at that thing right there.
That's a quick light too. I just turned and then I opened the door.
That's cool. Look at it.
Yeah, no, I saw that too.
Travels around advertising. I wonder how much those guys get paid to drive around this truck. Look at this new Isis right there. So Luke Wilson and Luke Wilson helped pretty much restore that theater. My dad was going to help me do it. We were going to turn it into a live theater. They turned it back into a cinema. They showed something called 12 Mighty Orphans, and Robert Duvall showed up that day. And they had a big premiere with spotlights and everything, red carpet. I didn't get to go to it, but Luke Wilson was there. And it was at that theater right there. There it is, that theater. Right there. 12 Mighty Orphans. Sometimes in some of the vlogs I called it 12 Angry Orphans. Crossroads of Fort Worth.
Go.
You got it. Known as the Fort Worth Stockyards. Stockyards Hotel is right here. It's an antique hotel or older hotel. Looks like it's something out of a Western. This looks kind of like a movie set a little bit. There's Justin Boots. Make some boots. And Frenchie's White Frost. Rodeo Drive, or also known as Rodeo.
judge who will give you justice for all your sins says, come to me. All of you, come to Christ. And if you come to Christ, he says,
Mule Alley is this way right here. Ooh, dog. Copyright coming in. Yeah. Let me see it. Just a second. Oh look, there's one right there. Walking around like a bull. And wait, there's a stagecoach. That's what they call it, a stagecoach. I was wondering what they call that. A stagecoach. Red TV's right there. Oh, they're gonna see Santa. I know him. I know him. Stagecoach right there. Ooh, a snake. It's dressed up like a snake. And that's a real horse.
A real.
Yeah, you can get really stuck in traffic really quick. Depending on, you know. They're all the way from Florida. There is where they have the gun shows or gunfights. They do mock gunfights in there. So they do them. I don't know when the actual time, the scheduling on the gunfights. I always just kind of run into them. And they have like a thing where they always have like mock names. They don't really use like Billy the Kid and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They always have like their own script. They have a script they usually write. And there's Dirty Joe Williams and his friend Buster, or something like that, you know. And then bam, bam, loud. I used to work at Six Flags, so they had them. Usually the guns were really loud. They're not as loud as they were at Six Flags. At Six Flags, those guns were so loud. But they did all kinds of... they do them out here, but they do them at Six Flags too. I worked at the Hollywood Stunt Show, right when they took the dolphins out. And dolphins were getting sick. They were there for several years at Six Flags, and our job was to bring in the Hollywood Stunt Show. So we had these high pressure, they're like, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a high pressure spray gun. Basically, it's a high pressure spray nozzle thing that you can spray the ground to basically get up gum and stuff like that. Or if not gum, like just greasy stains on the concrete. So first we had to do that. We had to clear all the grease and stains for the dolphins, or the dolphin show, more like left. We had to make everything bare. Then they brought in the stage that had a false floor, or it had a trap door, basically. Yeah, there was a trap door, and then there was several different mats. And these were like real stuntmen. They could jump off 2 or 3 floors, sometimes 5 floors, into this like what looked like hay almost. They're really mats. They let me jump on the mats a few times, and I ended up getting let go because of liability. This is a Billy Bob's right here. Yeah, I jumped off at one of them and landed on the mats. Because I used to be a trampoline artist when I was younger. I could do triple backflips and triple front flips. I could have probably done the stunt show, but you had to get licensed as like a stuntman and stuff. They actually go through a training. And they had a gunfight out there too. It was a pretty good show. And my job at the time, when I was at Six Flags, I was very young. I was maybe 19. My job was basically to count people with a counter. So I had this little counter, and I'd stand, you know, kind of with my little Six Flags outfit on, and you'd pass by and I'd just count. I'd count how many people showed up to the show. And that was how they figured out if the show was going to remain. And it did remain for a little while, and then eventually was replaced by Batman. And my friend Lamar, who's an actor, he played Batman. And then my other friend Jessica played Batgirl. And he would come in on a pulley, and he would fly in with his cape and everything. He had a bullwhip. He used to practice his bullwhip at Texas Wesleyan out in front. We were in university. He would show up with a bullwhip and start like Indiana Jones. And he had the show for a while. They made good money, like not bad money at all. It was pretty good money. I think they might have been paid like $30 an hour back then. Was like a whole lot of money or something like that. I don't know how much they were paid. Maybe more than that. This was like a big show at Six Flags. It went on for a while. Don't know if it's still there. The rides are there. Batman's still there. Another ride that's there is known as Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is there, and the Joker. So they've got all different types of rides. I haven't been to Six Flags since probably 1993. So 2003, 2013. More than 30 years I have not been to Six Flags. It's been more than 30 years. And when I was a kid, for 2 or 3 years straight, this is when I was about 12 or 13, we had season passes because my stepdad's parents worked for Bell Helicopter, and they would like give them out to the employees as like a gift. So they could gift season passes to us each year. And so we could just show up and we'd go to Six Flags as much as we want. We went like almost every day in the summer, all the time. We were constantly riding rides. And it was just a lot of fun. But we didn't have a camera. One time in the 90s, of like 92, I did drop acid and go to Six Flags with my friends. And we ate some flowers. But I didn't do it, I only did it once. And that's off the records. I'm going to try out their egg roll. So I was watching Out of the Blue. Hello!
Jack in the Box, how may I help?
Y'all have a 3-piece jumbo egg roll?
All right. What else would you like, sir?
Actually, I'm only going to do the 1-piece.
1 egg roll?
That's a big difference in pricing, though, isn't it?
Okay.
$3.19.
For 1, yes.
Yeah, let's just go with the 1 for the try, and I'm going to get my app. lady in there works at the same pizza place. Or she did, in the late 90s. Like very late 90s. Like right before the 2000. She's like, I used to work there, blah, blah. She started talking about everything. I was like, yep. Pretty funny. Now she's at the 7-Eleven right here. I one time was real rude to this lady that was sitting out here one time when she asked me for change right before my second divorce, and I'm sorry about that. I was a little out of my mind. I didn't really, like, all I did was, I just started talking about God and all this stuff, but I wasn't very nice about it. I wasn't, like, mean. Like, I didn't use curse words, and I didn't really yell, but I was trying to make her situation look like, trying to blame her situation. Well, I guess what I did was, I was going through like a lot of horrible problems in my divorce, and so she asked for some money. At the time I was struggling, you know, it was probably just a couple dollars, something, and so instead of just giving her money, I said something about God or something like that. I felt kind of bad because I know she was going through some hard times. This right here is Cooper. Right here is Billy Bob's down that way. You can see kind of like the Texas flag. This is Cooper's barbecue grill right here. Next to that one is Billy Bob's. You can kind of see the flag. You see the flag up there, the Texas flag. That's Billy Bob's. Oh crap! Yeah, we're gonna have to go the long way. There's a back way through here because they've got. A lot of time that exchange right there on the stock exchange, it will get cut off. Look at this. Unbelievable. From Iowa. Just right in the middle. No chance of leaving or anything. He's going to have to go up a few feet. Look at that. Why they're blocking off that, I have no clue. Look at this right here. It's pretty rough. This has always been rough ever since I brought the cattle there. That might have been it right there. Yeah, I think so. Nope. Now there's the barrels. They got the barrels up for a minute. There's still another way though. Yeah, there's got to be a reason though. I mean, if it's a bumper to bumper, then it's a bumper to bumper. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to figure out. All right, let's see. We're going over this way. Ah, crap. Look at that one, that silver one. Everything's like timed out just like perfect. Here's the other one right there. Yeah, I put a new cast list up. It's in really the introduction to the p.s.s right now, but not for p.s.s, but for RIB. I figured out what the RIB was. It's Revolutionary Independence Branch Dog Night Out, which is could be the motion picture title, which is people are becoming like, what in the world? So I thought about Shepherds of Alaska would be a good novel titles. It sounds like a novel. But then again, I thought, well, okay, let's start throwing out some names. And I got a lot of different versions of the Sniper Trainer. Even Ray Fiennes, I put his name down there because he's got, Ray Fiennes did Hurt Locker. You know, Matt Damon, obviously, he's done Born Identity. You know, he'd be a first choice or something like that. And then just a bunch of other people. One guy I know, Charles Baker, he did El Camino. But I also put him down for Droopy, too. And I got a new character named Miss Shroom. Miss Shroom, she's S-H-R-U-M, is a really cool character. She is the girlfriend to Droopy. We don't know Droopy's real name, his code name too. And Droopy, which I also mentioned Post Malone, is kind of an ex-drug addict that's found living in a green dumpster behind 7-Eleven in Fairbanks. So he's, at that time, he's really kind of strung out, and he's in a green dumpster, but he was probably living in the Seattle, Washington area. Same thing with Jed Wilson, who is one of the trainers. All of course employed by the Dwarf. The Dwarf hiring out this whole army. And really what you find out is RIB is only a branch. So it's a branch of another militia that's an unknown militia, which is the man with an unknown name. And that's already been written at the very beginning of RIB. There's a whole slew of characters that are mentioned about the pain in the side. And so that, you know, oh, I see, okay. Oh yeah, but this will still spin around here. That's a little cool. It's like a Smokey the Bandit kind of thing. Old Gringo's boots. All right, we're gonna have to make phone calls and get focused. They're not actually Land Rovers though, they're Pathfinders. So Land Rover might be a step up, but it's Spaghetti Warehouse, so you usually have to go down that way. Spaghetti Warehouse is over this way. This is actually not a pathway, but see that arrow pointing the other way? And that's a no exit too, right there. It's like, where in the crap are you going? All right, and that is Drover, or Hotel Drover right there. That's the entrance to Hotel Drover. It gets, listen, the Stockyard, look at this. The Stockyards, because of one closure right there by the exchange, whatever happened, whatever was going on there, I don't know what it was, but because of that, it filters all the traffic. Wonder if there's parking like right here. They got trains, or they got this train right here. It always reminds me of that movie, The Silver Streak, with Gene Wilder and Pryor. I think his name is Pryor, yeah, Richard Pryor. They have self-parking right here. I don't know, what does self-parking mean anyway? I mean like you park it yourself? Oh, I guess valet. I never think of valet. It's like self-parking or valet. Silver Streak, yeah. So it's basically about Gene Wilder gets thrown off the train by these crazy people because of a murder. He witnesses a murder, so they throw him off the train. He hooks up with a car thief, which is Richard Pryor. They have to get back on the train to save this lady. It's like a, what you call a love interest. And it's called Silver Streak. It's probably better than the other one, which is Stir Crazy. Stir Crazy is kind of a crazy one too. But I'll tell you this, Gene Wilder is more racy in Silver Streak. When he does it minstrel, he does a scene minstrel with Richard Pryor. It's a classic scene.